Scorpio, what is up? I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. My name is Mel and welcome to my channel, Divine Feminine Works. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. This channel is everything tarot, astrology, and spirituality. So if those are things that interest you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you'll always be notified when I come out with new content. Scorpio. Hopefully September is treating you kind thus far. Hopefully you haven't been dealing with too much craziness out here in these streets. So before we get into the tarot reading, I definitely just want to give you a quick astrology forecast so that you know what's going on astrologically speaking in the month of September. That way you can prepare, you can brace yourself, you know, all that good stuff. So there's three big things that are happening this month. We've got Mars, which is going retrograde in Aries today, actually, September 9th. We've got Jupiter going direct in Capricorn, which is happening on September 12th. And we've got Saturn also going direct in Capricorn on September 29th. So with these three planets, with Mars going retrograde, Jupiter and Saturn going direct, there's a lot of energetic shifts. We've got Mars, which is coming to like a complete halt, and then we've got Jupiter and Saturn, which are like going full force ahead. So it's going to be a bit jarring. It's going to be a bit unsettling. Nothing you can't handle, but definitely be aware of things taking a shift, things perhaps going in a different direction or kind of experiencing a lull for a little bit. So let's get into Mars first and see how that's going to affect you. So Mars is in the sign of Aries and it entered the sign of Aries back in June. And Aries is your sixth house of work and health. Now this house is different from the career house. Work in the sixth house is all about work that you do in service to others. It's all about your day-to-day responsibilities. Typically, if you are an employee, the work that you do is categorized within this sixth house. It's also the house of health. So that means your physical health, any illnesses or ailments you may be experiencing, that all falls under the domain of the sixth house. So when Mars first entered this house back in June, you probably felt very energized. Number one, I think from a health standpoint, you probably felt like you had more energy, more vitality, more stamina, perhaps. From a work perspective, I think like with having all of this stamina and energy, you actually had the energy to perform more work. I feel like your day-to-day tasks were definitely like on fire. The work you were doing in service to others probably ramped up at this time. Mars is also a planet of aggression, of conflict, of, you know, physical activity. It can, you know, in Greek mythology, Aries is the god of war, and that's the exact energy that Mars exudes. So from June, you might have noticed that you had a lot more conflicts when it came to employees, when it came to coworkers, especially anyone who you deal with on a day-to-day basis. You might have had a little more aggression perhaps towards them or them towards you. Health-wise, you may have had some flare-ups if you have particular medical ailments or medical issues. Aries is also prone to accidents, so you may have experienced accidents that may have affected your health from June up until now. So it's been kind of a mixed bag with respect to the kind of the way you've experienced this Mars energy since it entered your sixth house. That being said, when a planet goes retrograde, all of its normal characteristics that it exudes kind of get recalled. So what that means is that Mars is the get up and go. It's really forceful. It's really aggressive. It's really combative, headstrong, selfish. All of that sort of energy is now decreasing in intensity, almost coming to a screeching halt even. So with that being said, and this occurring in your sixth house, you may be experiencing like any of the momentum you've experienced with respect to work activities, with respect to actually working a lot, with feeling energetic and full of stamina and endurance. Like now all of that is going to come crashing down. You may start to feel lethargic, sluggish, lazy, you know, still prone, you may still be prone to having arguments with coworkers and people that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. So also keep that in mind. But that same aggression that you had or that they had towards you, definitely going to be increasing, which could be a good thing. If you've been dealing with a lot of conflict and drama, this retrograde period can probably be a nice change of pace for you. Otherwise, you know, it's just sort of this energy, just everything just kind of settling down, which, like I said, could be good. So next we're going to move on to Jupiter, and Jupiter is going direct, like I said before, on September 12th. Now Jupiter, under its normal circumstances, is the great expander. It expands things. It broadens your horizons. It's optimism, it's abundance, it's good fortune. Like Jupiter is all of that good, positive energy that we all like. Now, Jupiter has been conjunct Saturn and Pluto in your 3rd house. And they've been there for a while. Now, this conjunction is pretty like infamous because this is the conjunction that is sparking all of this civil unrest that we've been experiencing as a whole in society right now. So that is sort of that's what's behind all of this crazy energy that's been going on, right? But even apart from what we're all feeling on a societal level, we're each feeling this in our personal lives, depending on where these 3 planets are placed in our charts. And for you, Scorpio, it's all in your 3rd house. Your 3rd house is the house of communication and ideas. It's all about mental activity. It's all about learning new skills. It's all about communication, especially with siblings and neighbors. It's all about your locality, your direct neighborhood, your direct community. All of that has been influenced by this Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn conjunction. And it's been influenced in a way that's pretty crazy, pretty profound, and that's going to change your life forever, in a sense. A lot of you may have been experiencing some really like big changes when it comes to how you deal with your siblings. Some of you may have experiencing some great strengthening with those relationships. Others of you have realized that those relationships are breaking down. Going back to Jupiter going direct. So both Jupiter and Saturn have been retrograde in your 3rd house since May. So since May, they haven't been acting in their normal ways. Like I said, Jupiter is the great expander. Jupiter is optimism, it's abundance, all that good stuff. But since Jupiter has been retrograde, Jupiter hasn't been able to rain those blessings that it normally does. But since Jupiter is now going to turn direct on September 12th, expect Jupiter to start giving you good fortune, especially when it comes to your mental activities, learning new skills, dealings with neighbors, your locality, your siblings, all of that. On the other hand, we have Saturn. Saturn, under its normal circumstances, is a restrictor. Saturn restricts, it disciplines. Saturn energy is, it can be said like, it's like the school of hard knocks. Saturn teaches you hard lessons in order to develop you as a person. So normally Saturn is pretty harsh. So during retrograde, and again, Saturn has been retrograde in Capricorn since May, that restriction has kind of lessened. That harshness has turned down in intensity. But like I said, Saturn is also about to go direct at the end of the month on September 29th. So by the end of September, you're going to feel this sort of weird energy where on the one hand, you're being rewarded and on the other hand, you're being punished. Like you're experiencing good things and bad things almost simultaneously. And this is all happening in your 3rd house of communication and ideas. So it's going to be a bit wonky and a bit weird, but best way to deal with this energy, try your best to roll with the punches. Keep a moderate flow. Don't get too upset. Don't get too happy. Like, just keep an even keel and you should be fine. So on a more mundane level, obviously, when we talk about horoscopes, we talk about the sun because we're all concerned about our sun signs. So the sun is in Virgo. It's been in Virgo since August 23rd. And that is your 11th house of friendship and goals. So from now until September 23rd, your focus will likely be on your friend groups, networking, identification as part of a group. So for a lot of you, especially online, if you're part of like online Facebook groups, online communities, you'll see a lot of that either ramping up, or even if it's not ramping up, that's just where your thoughts and your energy is directed. Again, this is also in your house of goals. So you may be strategizing and planning on some big goals that you want to achieve. And this Virgo season is the perfect time to sort of get a pen to paper, organize those thoughts, craft out some sort of strategy in order to make those happen. So you have that energy available to you until September 23rd. Come September 23rd, the sun is going to move into the sign of Libra, which is in your 12th house. And Libra season is right before your solar return season, which is Scorpio season. And the season before your solar return is usually marked by a lot of quiet introspection, or at least it should. You kind of feel like you want to withdraw from everyone. You want to conserve your energy. And you start thinking about, all right, my birthday is coming up. What do I want to change? What do I want to accomplish? You get very self-reflective. And that's exactly what's going to happen towards the end of September and through the end of until mid-October, when the sun goes into your sign of Scorpio. So use this time, the rest of this month, in order to rest, recharge, reevaluate things, and get ready for your birthday season. So that's what's going on in September, astrologically speaking. Now let's get into the tarot reading and see what messages Spirit has for you this month. All right, this is for Scorpio for September 2020. Let's get 3 cards here. To be fair, I don't know if you can see that. Let's get 2 more cards here. Perfect. We've got orphaned. Interesting. Cancer just got this card as well. And we have blessed. I just heard, and this sounds so corny, I just heard you are too blessed to be stressed. Some of you have to get out of a situation in order to be fair to yourself, or in order to balance the scales of justice. You need to leave a certain situation or walk away from something. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got between 2 worlds. All right, so you know that you've got to leave something. You know that you're transitioning between 2 different things. And some of you feel very alone in this transition. You feel alone, you feel abandoned. But you know that it's ultimately for your good, because you know that you've got to be fair to yourself and to everyone involved. So I get the sense that you know this, but it doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't make it any easier. And you're honestly not alone, is what I'm hearing. You're not alone. You may feel like you are, but you're not. And you're definitely blessed. Let's look into this further and see what's really good. For Scorpio, September 2020. We've got the sun. So there's positivity here, definitely. We've got the Emperor. Three of Cups. It's like you guys have a lot to celebrate. I'm seeing a lot to celebrate. Emperor is Aries. That's exactly where Mars is. So when it comes to work, when it comes to work, you guys might be switching jobs. You definitely might be switching jobs. But it's all for the best. And it's like you're leaving a situation that might be very chaotic. into a situation, like you're going towards a situation where you'll have a lot more peace of mind and you'll be able to flourish where you're going. You weren't able to flourish where you were. That's why you've got to leave, to be fair to yourself. I feel like this Mars transit, so since like June, you've been noticing how things where you work, situation where you work has not been to your advantage. This Mars transit is shining a light on your work situation. Some of you are going to start your own business. Like, I feel like it's time. And you're between these two worlds. You've probably been, you've had this job, but you probably have started working on your business. So you've got one foot in each world. You've got one foot as an employee and one foot as like a boss. And you're realizing, okay, it's time for me to let this job go. I need to focus on my business, on starting something new. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Death. This is your card, so this is indicative of you. But this is also saying that, yeah, you are definitely leaving something behind permanently. Permanently. Some of you work in the medical field. Some of you work in the medical field, and I feel like you're leaving the medical field in order to start your own business. I'm not necessarily sure this new business is medical related. Yeah, like someone works at a fertility clinic or a doctor or OBGYN. Yeah. Or just in the medical field in general, but I feel like some of y'all are really leaving that behind. We've got the Hierophant, yeah. Y'all are looking to be your own boss. For real, for real. Some of you just signed a lease for a new space, like a new commercial space. And I feel like it happened by luck. Like it just sort of fell into your lap. And I feel like you're being thrust into this world of entrepreneurship. Like it's happening really quickly. Some of you, this place is by a church or a synagogue. They just wanted me to say that. Yeah. Let's get some more on this. Let's get one more card here. We've got the Five of Swords. And this speaks directly to being fair, because Spirit is saying that you need to be selfish right now. And that's exactly what I was explaining about. That was exactly what I was talking about when I was explaining Mars retrograde. Mars energy is very selfish. Not necessarily in a bad way, but it's self-centered. It's directed towards self. And you're realizing that wherever you were working, right? I feel like you were doing a pretty good job, but again, it wasn't fair to you. I feel like some of you are really destined to be entrepreneurs. You're meant to be at the top of the food chain, and wherever you were working was obviously not letting you do that. And in order to be fair to yourself, you realize that you need to leave this job in order to have your own thing. Yeah, you need to have your own thing. And I feel like there's certain people that are going to feel like you're leaving them behind. They've grown accustomed to you, and they feel like you're leaving them behind. But you got to do what you got to do, Scorpio. And again, to be fair to yourself, You need to have your own thing. And I see you like celebrating. I see you celebrating. So things are moving in the right direction. But again, you're straddling these two worlds. You still got one foot in your job and you've got another foot in your own organization, your own business. But you know which way to go. You know what you have to do. This is perfect. This is the Temperance card, and this deck is called Art. But if you notice, you see how she's pouring the two separate cups, she's pouring them into one. You need to have a moderate approach. You know that, to be fair, you need to have your own gig, right? But that doesn't mean that you've got to just get up tomorrow and leave your job and just start your own business. Some of you might be doing that because, like I said, I see some of you having signed leases and stuff. But there's a lot that can be gained from your job as well. So take a moderate approach. Just don't jump ship. You're in between two worlds. Things are melding together. Let things settle before you make any moves. Definitely while Mars is retrograde, I would definitely not just step out and quit your job and start this new entrepreneurial venture. Keep your feet in both worlds at least for the next 2 months. And then when Mars goes direct, I think you'll have what you need and you'll have the right frame of mind in order to jump ship and definitely go into your business full force and full time. All right, let's get some more cards here. Let's get one on the Sun. That's too many. Let's get one on the Sun. All right. We've got the House. So I feel like it's all about security for you. It's all about security. I feel like some of you, and with everything that's going on, this makes sense. I feel like some of you are realizing that there is not much security with your job right now. Like the sun is shining on the fact that there's not much security. The security that you need is not at your job. And you're seeing that right now. Let's get one on the Emperor. We've got Child, and Child is new. It's something new. So like I said, this is a new business that you are working towards, that you're putting your energy towards. Something that you really like too. Look at the look on her face. Like she's just so content. I feel like that's how you feel about your business. Like you're so content at what you do. Some of you may be working with orphaned children. Your new venture may have to do with children, orphan children, or just children in general. But either way, it's all about something new and wonderful. Let's get one on the Three of Cups. Okay. We've got Courtship, and courtship is all about the beginning of a relationship, and I feel like you're celebrating. I feel like some of you, oh, I get it. Some of you may be starting this business with someone you used to work with. They're afraid. It's almost like, you know how I said, like, someone is really going to miss you. Like, they feel like you've abandoned them. Some of you actually won't. Like, some of you are going to take these people with you. Like, y'all are going to start a business together, or you're just going to start a business and have them come and work for you. And I see you guys celebrating the start of this new relationship. Or you're putting feelers out there to see who you can work with, who you can hire. Maybe there might be interest at your current job. People who are also feeling like this job is not secure. You might be talking with them about starting a new business, for example. But yeah, some of you are taking your co-workers with you. Where are you going? Let's get one on Death. Unexpected income. That's always welcomed, right? I feel like you're going to receive some unexpected income. I feel like for some of you might be laid off. Some of you might be laid off, and I feel like your severance package is going to be more than you expected. And that's what's going to help fuel your new business. Others of you are just going to be getting, because remember I said some of you signed a lease for like a commercial space and it came like out of nowhere. Like it was just luck, right? I feel like when it comes to money, when it comes to the resources you need to get this going, I feel like you're just going to, you are blessed. You are blessed, and you're going to be blessed with unexpected income to get this going. Dope. Very dope. Let's get one on the Hierophant. Yeah, we've got community. I feel like this is a very much community-based business. Or like I said before, like it's next to a church or next to a synagogue where you got this lease or where you're looking to set up. I feel like it's going to be, you're going to really be a part of the community. Like almost some of you, whatever business you have, especially if it has to do with kids, it's like you're going to be a staple in the community. The community is going to receive you very well. The community is going to receive you well. Let's get one on the Five of Swords. Let's get one on the Five of Swords. We got two, which I like. Great fortune. I mean, you guys got the money cards out here, so money is not going to be a problem for you. And main female, this could be you, or this could be someone. You could have, for some of you, I feel like it's like you got like a sidekick at work. You know how some people have like a work husband or a work wife? I feel like some of you have that, and y'all are taking them with you to this new business, this new venture. Others of you, I feel like there is going to be a woman who is going to give you some money to get things started. Or a partner who's going to give you money to get things started. Either way, money is not looking to be a problem here. I feel like you've got fortune on your side, especially once Jupiter goes direct. Exactly. Oh, I just realized that Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto is in your third house of community and neighborhood. So I feel like the community in your neighborhood is really going to like receive you well and help you out. Help you out. It's like the service you give to the community is going to come right back to you. That's the thing with Jupiter and Saturn being conjunct. On the one hand, you're being punished. On the other hand, you're being rewarded. It's this weird sort of energy that kind of just flows. So the good deeds you put out are going to come back to you like almost instantaneously. It's good karma. Good karma. As soon as you put that out, you're getting it back. Very nice. What's at the bottom of this deck? We've got Journey. And with the number 10 here, it's like you're embarking on a completely new adventure, a new journey. For the time being, you're splitting yourself between worlds. Keep things moderate. At the bottom underneath that, we've got chopped wood. And with this broom here, it's like sweeping up. It's like you're tying up loose ends. While Mars is retrograde in the sign of Aries until November 13th, tie up your loose ends at work. Leave on a good note. Don't make any sudden moves. Wait it out until Mars goes direct. And I feel like everything is going to start falling into place for you with respect to this new business venture. I think things are going to really work out in your favor. I really do. All right, let's get 3 astrology cards on here to close out the reading. Seventh house is relationships. Your 7th house is Taurus. So there may be a Taurus. Again, I'm feeling like there's a work relationship where someone that you work with, that you've worked closely with for a long time, feels like you're leaving them, like you're abandoning them. But I really don't feel like you might. I feel like you might take this person along. I really do. Yeah, I'm hearing companionship and courtship. Like, for some of you, I feel like there may have been someone at your job that y'all wanted to be together, but you couldn't because you worked together. Now that you're leaving, y'all are going to be able to have that relationship because you no longer work together. That's for a select few of you. But for the most part, I feel like whoever feels like you're leaving them behind, you're really not. You're taking them with you. Let's get another one here. Sagittarius. This might be a Sagittarius that we're talking about. Sagittarius is also your 2nd house of finances. And like I said, finances are looking good. The ruler of Sagittarius is Jupiter. Jupiter is going direct, right? About to rain down some blessings on you with respect to this new venture. Others of you, I feel like you need to make sure that whatever new venture you're doing, like, think big. Don't play small, think big. Take risks, but make sure that they're calculated risks. Okay, let's get one more here. And we've got 5th house, passion. Again, I feel like some of you, y'all are going to get in a relationship with someone that you used to work with, because now y'all know you guys are not going to work together anymore. Now you are free to get into a relationship. Others of you, I feel like, especially if your business has something to do with children, it's like a daycare or a place where kids can play. Because I see fun, I see entertainment. Some of you are thinking about like a summer camp for kids. Yeah. So yeah, Scorpio, like I was saying, you're in between two worlds right now. Take a moderate approach. Be easy until Mars goes retrograde. And remember that you're blessed. You've got money coming. Some of you got commercial leases. You've got a community that's ready to embrace you. You've got unexpected income. You've got great fortune here. You've got great things ahead. Great things ahead. So like I said, remember that you're blessed. And don't forget that all of this is to be fair to yourself. That's what's really important. All right, Scorpio, that's been your reading for September 2020. I hope that you've been able to get at least one message from this reading. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me or order an astrology report, that information is in the description box below. Don't forget to follow me at Divine Feminine Works on Instagram. Every week I do a series called The Week Ahead, where I do a quick and dirty tarot read on the upcoming energies for that week. I also do a lot of great content on Instagram, a lot of motivational stuff, informative stuff, especially as it pertains to astrology. So follow me there so you don't miss any of that. Don't forget to check out my other series that I have on YouTube called The Stargazer. It's under this channel, so don't worry about trying to find it. Subscribe to this channel so you'll know every time I come out with a new video. I do a weekly astrology forecast called The Stargazer that's basically just a quick and dirty on the astrological forecast for the upcoming week. So subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of that. Scorpio, as always, everything I do comes from the bottom of my heart and is a labor of love. If you feel so inclined and would like to tip me by buying me a coffee, that link is in the description box as well. As always, Scorpio, it's a privilege and a pleasure to read for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.